Hello, good evening, and welcome back to rFactor 2. It's going to be the 2 hours of Sebring. It's more Group C endurance racing in this here rFactor 2 around the legendary and legendarily bumpy Sebring circuit. And before we get going this evening, I'm just going to recap what happened last week, last Wednesday, last time out. I raced a sort of the opening round of the sort of championship that's forming here at Daytona, and I won that race. It was quite a close run thing, and these are the top 6 from the first race of the season, so that's me at the top of the top of the table. The standings are thus: Berhard Gerger is me with 9 points, Jan Lammers finished second, John Hotchkiss was third, he's on 4 points, Michael Andretti, Bob Wallach and Al Unser Jr. A top 6 of Porsches was the result of the first race. These are the teams as they line up. I'm apparently racing for Dyson, BF Goodrich. All the top 6 are the top 6 different teams, so that's how the teams line up after one round. Then we have the manufacturers. It was a top 6 of Porsches, so Porsche get 9 points for a win. My win. Let's see if we can do more of the same at Sebring. I don't hold out much hope. The AI are a bit stronger, and the track is a lot more difficult to navigate for 2 hours. It's going to be long, arduous, bumpy. And here's some AI statistics for the race ahead. Basically, I work out the best lap, my best lap, as a percentage of the AI's best lap. At Daytona, I was 99.17% faster, or my best lap was 99.17% of their best lap. We're slightly closer on 99.47, and the strength is much lower. So the AI are going around Sebring quickly. I've also benchmarked myself against the Mercedes C1 Saubers, and I'm not entirely convinced that they're the quickest car around Sebring, so I might have benchmarked myself against the midfield car, and all the other Porsches are going to outrace me, outpace me, so it will come down to the pit stops. The aggression is down to 11, still very aggressive, the AI in this mod. Damage has been bumped up to 60, which might be risky, and that's how things line up before we get going. Are we streaming? Are we on the internet? Hunter Schwartz has chatted. Thank you. You've been excited for this race. Good. It's nice to hear. Thank you. Thanks for your support. I've got a like and a couple of views, so I'm very pleased about that. Unfortunately, I've only got one monitor, so for the time being, I won't be able to monitor or read the chat whilst I'm driving, but I will dip in during the pit stops and see how things are getting on. Hopefully the broadcast works. Right, I've been chatting for far too long, so apologies for that. Let's jump into rFactor 2. Let's take a look at the grid for this race. So this is the top of the field. It's the Porsches. They're bringing it home in the Porsche sort of field. There's a brace of Mazdas in the midfield, a few more Porsches, and the Saubers have sort of been off the pace, so that's why I'm worried about benchmarking myself here, which means I'm quite a way off being here. But the race is long. The race is 2 hours. There's plenty of opportunity to move forward. I've qualified at the back due to technical difficulties. Technical difficulties. That's how you say those words. And yes, so launching from the back. 2 hours to go. Let's quickly check the setup is loaded. 54 laps, 100 litres of fuel. I doubt it's going to be 54 laps. The rev limiter is low. We want reliability. I will keep the boost low for the pace lap, but the majority of the race will be run at 100% boost, give or take the fuel mileage. So the aim is to do 2 stops again and try and make it to 40 minutes on a tank of fuel. So I've got to keep an eye on that. And yeah, that's far too much talking, as I've already mentioned. A quick last swig of water. Excuse me, and let's go straight into this race. In fact, did we talk about the field? Yes, Derek Warwick, James Weaver, Al Unser Jr. Jan Lam is the second in points at the moment, so he's there or thereabouts. Let's go. Stop talking, start driving. Wish me luck. 2 hours around bumpy Sebring. It's going to be difficult, it's going to be challenging, and it's possibly not going to be quick, so let's just hope for the best. That's all we can do. Just keep circulating, try my best, try to avoid contact, try to avoid spinning off. These bumps will try their best to throw me at the scenery, but I've just got to, you know, stay cool. Bring it up to speed gently. And as ever, we are starting at, what time are we starting? 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's 3 times time progression in game, so 1 hour in real time, 2 hours in real time, let's say, will be 6 hours in game time, so we'll finish at about 8 o'clock PM in the evening at Sebring, which I think should be just about dusk or nightfall. So yeah, daylight into nighttime, classic endurance racing scenario. And yeah, I mentioned the damage is 60%. This 29 AI, they're all a bit mad and quick and aggressive. So let's just see how things pan out. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to ask. I'll try and get around to answering them as and when I see them during the pit stops. The first pit stop anyway. The second pit stop tends to be a comfort break, where I dash to the loo in the 2-minute pit stop window. I'm not going to try anything on the first lap. I'm just going to sit back on lap 1, let the AI sort themselves out. No doubt there'll be a few bumps and incidents, which I desperately need to avoid due to the 60% damage. So hopefully it goes well. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be difficult. It's going to feel like more than 2 hours, that's for sure, on these bumps. When we take the green flag, I'll keep the boost down. I'll just let the AI clear off for the first few corners. I'll catch up on that too, or try to. I don't know what my pace is going to be like, but I'm just going to sit back and let them squabble amongst themselves, which they definitely will do, and probably have a few bumps and grinds along the way. Here we go. Nice, cool, calm and collected start to the race. I don't want to drop back too far, so I will increase the boost if I feel like I'm fading away. But the concertina effect means I don't really have to worry about it just yet as they go sideways into the second corner. Just got to keep my wits about me on the opening lap. Save a bit of fuel, it's always going to help. When I make it to 10 minutes, a bit more of an incident, go around the outside. Yeah, I want to make it to 10 minutes with 75 litres of fuel. So a quarter of a tank every 10 minutes is the aim. Pit stop after 40. Already up to 27th. And as I was worried about, the Saubers aren't particularly fast. Ooh, getting turned around from behind. That's not a great opening lap. Yep. Don't go too slowly, the AI don't like it. Lesson learned. Right, I'm going to try and catch back up. Hopefully I didn't just completely wreck my tyres. Feels okay so far. Right, and skies ahead, 2.7 seconds. Let's see if that gap grows or shrinks over the next lap. Hopefully shrinks. Otherwise it's going to be quite a long, unproductive evening. Gap's come down, so that's promising. Very promising. To outbrake myself, very easy to do on this track. Bugger. Got to concentrate on those braking zones, sorry about that. Hopefully that hasn't wrecked my tyres. Not exactly finding my rhythm around Sebring at the moment. Tricky last corner, bumps everywhere in the apex. And don't want to slap the wall on the exit either. Opportunities to die at every corner. Right. Last. Outbraking myself again. Come on, Rob. Concentrate. How's the fuel? We're 10 litres down, just under 5 minutes in. Oh, slightly late on the brakes again. I do know how to drive around Sebring, honest. Right, keep concentrating, do good laps. Got to catch back up to the pack. I want to stand a chance of achieving anything this evening. Still a long way to go, obviously. See them in the distance, they're getting closer. Pace is getting better. Less mistakes, more pace. Close the gaps. Can I hit an apex? Nearly. Not perfect, not terrible. always feels like I'm out braking myself, and then rear end's very squirrely on the exit. Right, how's my pace? I'm about 9/10 off the best AI time so far. Let's keep monitoring that. Some slightly better laps, half a second off the best AI. Well, 3/10 of a second, much better. That's a bit more promising. Just got to keep on the track now. Oh yes, there's an apex. Ooh, a bit wild on the exit. Wasn't actually a very particularly good corner in the end. This Olsen chap's quite quick. He's getting away from me, but I am catching the rest of the pack, I think. Right, we're coming up on a quarter of a tank of fuel used, and we're coming up on 10 minutes, so the fuel schedule is perfect, spot on so far. Hopefully I can just go full boost all the way to the end. Don't think the fuel consumption is as high as it was at Daytona, where I had to keep an eye on it. Definitely catching a gaggle of cars slowly but surely. Oops, cheeky on the cut in the corner there. Didn't get any warnings though. Good. Fastest lap of the race. Good. Good pace. Just feels like everyone else has got good pace though. So catching a back up is taking a little while. It's quite wide. Right, this Sauber's going on the defensive. It's going to be interesting trying to get past. Oops. Slightly cut, but got away with it again. Bumping through the apex of the last corner. Try not to lose the rear end and slap the wall on the exit. Slow lap stuck behind traffic. Right, let's go around the outside of this guy, see if that put comes off. Just not quite. Shimmy up the inside, good. Just give me a bit of a tap on the way through, but that's fine. Right, let's try and do the same on Kreuzpointner. Just hunt down this Sauber, try and get past him into turn 1 or 2 again. Set off after the pack properly. So slow for the last corner. That's more like it, gives me a good run on him. Just shimmy around the outside at turn 1, fine. Right. Trying to set some good laps in chase of the Porsches ahead. Trying to throw it off over the bumps. It's quite a challenge, this track and this car. Unsurprisingly. Late on the brakes, but that's fine. A little laggy out of second gear. Trying to take that corner in third, that's not going to work. Right, the gap to the car ahead is 6 seconds at the moment. See if we can bring that down over the next lap. As ever, the pack's quite There's not much field spread at the moment, so don't have to catch up too much. Just have to be there or thereabouts in the first pit stop cycle. And make sure I make it to 40 minutes. As we come up on 20, I need to be half a tank of fuel in. And I'm well over half a tank so far, so all good. Fuel is good. And push for pretty much the whole race. It's going to be exhausting, but gives you the best chance of a good finish. Cars in the distance. They're always in the distance. But I think I am slowly bringing that gap down. Oh, a bit wide through there, that's fine. Pretty good lap so far. Last corner. Still the quickest car on track though. Gap's come down to the car ahead, so that's good news. Definitely catching the pack, just feels very slow. Getting there. Concentration face on, doing a good lap, so just keep doing this, catch back up. Still over half a tank of fuel, and we've gone past the 20-minute mark, so not worried about petrol at all. Worried about lap time. It's a pretty good, still not a great last exit, corner exit, but oh yes, fastest lap. Great. Thought the AI went quicker then, but no, that's my lap time in purple. Already half a second down on this lap though. It's very difficult to be consistent over these bumps. You always hit them slightly different. Clipping the curb, slightly unsettled car. not a great lap. Still 2.5 seconds to the car ahead. Just losing it in the middle of turn 1. Definitely nearly losing it there. Somehow the Delta is still green after quite scrappy couple of corners. Still slowly reeling in the pack. I think I might just slowly back off on the boost, so I've got a bit of extra fuel at the end of the stint. I want to stay out the longest and put in the lap times while everyone else is either in the pits or on heavy fuel. Give me a chance to make up some spots in the pit stop cycle. That's my plan. That's how you go endurance racing. Nice big gaps to the car behind, so I can got a bit of a gap to play with, so I can definitely back off and just cruise around behind these guys before the stops. And then when a gap opens up, put the boost back up and push it to the pits. That should gain me a few spots, hopefully. Whoever's leading is putting out a big gap as well, so it'll be interesting to see who that is on the next straight. Take a quick look at the leaderboard. So at the head of the field, it's still James Weaver, Derek Warwick, and a bunch of where's the highest salver? It's going to be Palmer or Schlesser, I imagine. Can't see him yet. Try and keep the car on track whilst I look at the leaderboard. Palmer is in 22nd, Schlesser is 24th, Schumacher's just behind him. So yeah, benchmarking ourselves against the salvo has not been the best for my pace, but still the quickest car out there. So just got to see how it pans out. Boost back a little bit more as I'm keeping up with these guys quite nicely. Bit of a queue forming, I imagine, behind. I don't know actually, I don't know whose queue this is. Might be the Mazdas holding people up. Still keeping in touch, which is good news. Weaver's making a break for it at the front. Just to see if they go the full 40 minutes on their first stint. Coming up on 30 minutes into this race, and I need 25 litres at that point, so well on course. Just knock back the boost as well as I'm sitting behind and Scar. Don't need to get racy yet. Quite happy to sit back and pace myself on the fuel, and then when everyone pits, the road will open up and I can put in some quick lap times, hopefully. Chance to throw at the scenery as ever. Just gonna make sure I don't come under attack from behind either. Oh, looks like there's someone in the pits already. That is interesting. Sala. Oh, that's a lot of curb. I don't know if that's a pit stop for fuel and tyres or a pit stop for damage, so see if anyone else comes into the pits next time by. It's a good sign they're happening early, if that is indeed a pit stop stint. Oh, I'm losing the rear end. No, I don't think anyone else pitted this lap, so not quite ready for this end of the first stint. Also, as it's such a long lap, I wonder if we'll see some AIs will start running out of fuel as well, because they do have a habit of doing that. They're not the smartest on race strategy. Wide. How are the tyres looking? Oh, in the yellow. Hopefully tyres don't become the limiting factor in this race, but they should do. Should be good for the tyre wear. Coming up on 3/4 of a stint. No one's beaten my time yet, so I'm still the quickest car on track, theoretically. A bit wide there. It's just so difficult to be consistent all over these bumps. Rear end is quite leery. Else has pitted yet. just dipped under 3/4 of a tank of fuel. Quarter of a tank to go, but we're well into the well, we're 35 minutes in nearly, so well into the stint. Plenty of fuel. Start pushing it when pit stops begin. Got a bit of heat from Olsen behind me again. Just constantly fighting the car over these bumps, so not the smoothest or most consistent race I've ever run. Sliding out of the last corner again, it's not helpful. Oh, car in the pits, couple more cars in the pits, so that's good news. Gaps should start opening up ahead to push into. Like it was Herbert pitted, one of the other Mazdas. Interestingly. Just barely hanging on at the moment. In fact, it feels like the AI are pulling away now. So they might be pressing on for their pit stops. Don't know if they're that intelligent, but let's imagine that they might be. I'm gonna push my boost up now. I've got a bit of a gap opening up ahead. Some better lap times than I have been. Anyone else in the pits this time round? No, don't think so. really having to push on for this race. AI are definitely quicker than I'm used to. And it's hard work over these bumps. Have I mentioned that? 40 minutes, 10 litres to go, two laps to go basically, until the pit stops, so I think I'm going to be in pretty much the same strategy as everyone else. Leader's gone round again. I'm definitely coming at the end of the next lap. So it'll be interesting to see how this pans out and where I actually stand. Still got the fastest lap of the race so far, so boats kind of well. Oh, one more car in the pits this time around. Just the one car. Right, I have to watch out, see if any AI start running out of fuel as well. Oh, that's wrong gear. Not a great lap time considering it's an in lap. No damage to repair. Let's see how the tyres are though. Yep, pretty yellow, pretty worn, but perfectly drivable. Full tank of fuel, all the tyres. There's my fuel warning light definitely coming in. Leader's gone round again, interestingly. Not following a great deal of cars in either. So I'm one of the first to stop. And yeah, pretty far down the field. I'm going to be slow. One of the slower cars on full fuel as well, so the leader's definitely gonna be ahead of me after this first stint, unfortunately. That gives me a bit of a respite and I can check to see if I'm still on the internet. Looking good. If anyone has indeed been watching, thank you very much. watch for traffic on the exit as well. Don't want to involve myself in any incidents. Exiting the pit lane. It's a minute in the pits. Taking on plenty of hydration. And the leader's gone around again, which is not great, unfortunately. So it's going to be a very difficult race to finish in any meaningful position. I think it's just going to be a 2-hour slog, but always worth doing. Coming towards the end of the stop. Get back out there, back into the throng. Some cars are coming down the pit lane. The way out is clear. There's no traffic on exit as well, which is good news. No pit lane speed limits breached. Right, clear air, full fuel, bring it up nicely, try not to throw it away. See if we can make up anything in this pit stop cycle. Where am I? I'm dead last at the moment, interestingly. And that's not how you take that corner. That's losing me more time. I don't need to. Wow, the leader's gone round again. That's impressive pace. Not something I could match. This is going to be a disappointing race, I think. Despite my lap time advantage, I just haven't been hooking up the consistent lap times, unfortunately. Right, 29th, not last. Oh, it's a bit too wide. Adjusting to the weight of the car and the fuel. slow lap. Oops, still running wide. Right, Schlesser and Schumacher ahead. Is that because I've gained on them or because they've slipped back? That'd be interesting. Can I keep up with them? I feel like I'm not going particularly quickly at the moment. Right, 7.1 seconds up the road is Schlesser, and I'm still 29th, so firmly rooted at the back. Not a great lap time, let's try to go a bit quicker. Alright, Olsen is jumping the pits. That's how well my race is going. Bit better on the old stopwatch. This lap anyway, so far. Not a great exit from there. Right, let's try and catch up to the cars ahead. Feels like I'm forever chasing down the back of the pack. Oh, some cars come out of the pit lane that I might be able to jump. Give them a bit of wide berth on the exit. 24th, I am a bit further ahead. Not a lot, but I'll take it. And they'll be heavy now. Let's get race here. I'm going to have to try and start overtaking cars, I think. 22nd, not too bad. Coming up on an hour to go. He's going defensive, I'm going around his outside somehow. No, I'm not. He's cutting back in. Now I'm squeezing up his inside. Let's hope that pulls off. Very bumpy on the inside. He's going to accelerate around my outside, I'm sure. There he goes. I'm going to try around his outside into turn 1. There we go, that's a position gained. Good. Starting to make progress. It's been a quiet first hour. Just try and liven it up a bit. 21st. Chasing down Conrad. Try and make up some positions before this race is over. Have a quickest lap. Dive bomb into turn 1. Oh, running a bit wide, he's going to come back up my inside for sure. There you go. No, too far back. Just clipped his left to right rear corner. No damage. Just light blues around. How bunched up the field is as well. Everyone's very close in this race. Everyone's on a similar strategy. Everyone's bunched up, everyone's on the same pace. It's going to be quite hectic. Oh, my first cut warning of the day. And I don't know how that happened. Right, let's stick ourselves up the chuff of Conrad. Try and make a move into the first corner. Let's try and get a good exit in the last corner now. Without losing the rear end. A bit too far back, I think. Bit of a dive bomb, and I've got stuck to him. We got glued together, but I've pulled it off. That was a bit clumsy, but the position is mine. 20th, setting off after Olsen with an hour to go. An hour and a minute. Ooh, the AI's got slightly quite quicker than me. The race is on. And now to go, there we are, halfway through the race. Halfway through the race, a third of the way through the field. Let's see if I can make up 10 more spots before this thing is done. Stick to Olsen like glue again. See if we're going to make a move into turn 1. It's all about the last corner exit. I want to make a move. Oh, I don't want to collect anyone. That was clumsy. That's ruined my race officially. Bugger. Not what needed to happen. No damage. Just lots of time lost. That's unfortunate. It's going to make this race that was already being hard, doubly harder. Slumped to 26th. Sorry about the driving errors. It's been quite scrappy so far. At least I could try and do some quick laps, catch back up again. Story of the race, just trying to play catch up. Recovering from spins and playing catch up, that's how this race has gone. .56 litres, well over half a tank, and well on fuel schedule, so not worried about just one stop to make, that's for certain. Clumsy. Oh. Yeah, not driving brilliantly as ever. Oh dear, I can't even control a spin. Character building day. Character building day in the office. But, you know, you live and learn. Oh, the rear ender's not happy. Doesn't like me overheating the rears, for sure. Just got to get my head back in the rhythm of the track and chance to make any more mistakes. Easier said than done. Feared it would be like this. Knew I'd succumb to the bumps eventually. Need to work on my consistency and concentration. Whoops, there goes the rear end again. Bouncy, bouncy. Here's one of the supposedly mighty sour Mercedes I was trying to pace myself against. Which is part of the reason this race has been so difficult. Everyone else has been so quick. The Mercedes haven't particularly. Lesson learned. Oh well, still gets a lap around Sebring and a Porsche. So Group C Porsche, can't complain too much. It's jolly good fun. Wow, really got onto the back of him. He's a not quick Kreuzpointner. Right, who's next up the road? Hotchkiss. He was a points finisher last week, so he's not having a great race either. I'm not doing that corner particularly well. 12.8 seconds up the road. A good lap. It's been a long time coming. Is it good enough for quickest lap? Yes, just scraped it. Small mercies. Wow, half a second. Must be golden hour. Car's going quick. .2 seconds up the road to the next car. It's going to take a while to catch them. Oh, brake corner. Oh dear, and again. Very scrappy lap, but quite quick. So gaining on the car ahead quite nicely. See if it can count for anything come the end of the race. Really pushing quite hard. Just pressing on, that's all I can do. It's not been a great race, but never give up. Just got to keep circulating. Stay in it to win it, or not finish last. .2 seconds to the car ahead. Concentration face. Don't want to make any more mistakes. Not a great lap. 9.2 seconds still up the road. It's the next car. laps. A bit wild. Oh, I braked way too late there. That's alright, just about got away with it. Concentrate. Alright, 45 minutes to go. Gap's gone back up to 10 seconds due to my mistake. To do it all over again. Such are the margins, very tight. Can't make any mistakes. Some cars are pitting. Forever chasing the back of the pack, never quite getting there, despite being the quickest. Just too inconsistent over these bumps. Four laps to the next stop. Just keep pressing on. Have a quick comfort break to look forward to at the next stop. Definitely need to have a wee. Bodily functions update. Eight seconds up the road is the next car. Dear, my second bottle of water is leaking. Just covered myself in water. But that's not the worst thing that's happened in the last hour, 20 minutes. Fourth. This is not a fourth gear corner. Oh, braking late. Making mistakes. Still about 8 seconds to the next car up the road. 3 laps to our pits. We've got a car in the pit lane, so I've made up 1 position. I don't think it will count for much in the end. Oops, losing the rear. Story of my day. Slidey rear. See cars in the distance. Sun's getting lower. So will my lap time, hopefully. I believe as I cross the start-finish line, I can call the pits and ask... Yes, 1 lap to go. 1 lap for the pits. Oops. Scrappy, as ever. Driving brilliantly this evening. But gaining on the cars ahead, 6 seconds up the road. Use up the rest of these tyres, about to get rid of them. we go, fuel warning light, definitely time to come into the pit lane. I think I'm going to be the only one. Only one pitting this lap. Let's clear pit lane. Oops, use the car on braking for pit entry, that would be embarrassing. And I'm about to take a quick wee break, because I desperately need a wee. And I've got a 2-minute pit stop to do it in. Good, I'll be right back, thank you. I have returned just in time. What did I miss? I'm 25th, 6th, 26th. 27th. Time back to the last. Firing up the old engine. Just over half an hour left to go. Let's just bring it home. It's not going to be a good position, but let's at least see that checkered flag. That's the main thing. Complete the race. Take the experience. And come back stronger next time. As the sun sets over Sebring. Next time will be NOLA, by the way. New Orleans, Louisiana. The flat track with the nice S's. Not sure which version. Maybe the IndyCar version. But, you know, it's geographically up the road, so it makes sense to make it the next race in the series. Well, let's get Sebring done first. Full fuel tank, cold tyres. Let's bring it up to speed slowly, try not to overdrive it like I did last time. Cool, calm and collected, that's what I need to be. $30 to go. Or a quarter of this race. Rear end's behaving itself again, good. 24 seconds up the road to the next car. I assume they've pitted. There'll be someone else to slot into that gap, surely. And the pit stop cycle ends. Over the curb, it's not helpful. Second off the pace. AI's gone 2 tenths quicker as well. It's all unravelling at Sebring. More like it. Much quicker this lap so far. 22.6 seconds up the road is the next car. Can't remember what it was. Oh, a bit Larry into the hairpin. And on the way out, for good measure. Gaining on Group C point now. I think I was ahead of him anyway. He must be in the pit lane. This is going to be another semi-decent lap. Not quite a fast, pretty good. .26th. Still pretty much at the back. Whoops. That was inevitable. No damage, incredibly. Good old 65%. Just slowed me down somewhat. Wow, that was terrible turn one as well. Concentrate. Not long to go. Just got to just bring it home. Don't give up. Don't make mistakes. Schumacher is up the road, miles ahead. Terrible lap. Right, chance to hit the wall this time. Good. Gaining on Schumacher and Schlecher ahead though, so it's a little bad. There is some good news in there. Sliding into turn two. So it turns out most 3 out of the 4 Saubers are the slowest in the field, and so am I. Well, not the slowest, just at the back of the pack. So it's not been a great result all round. sliding out of the last corner again. All good fun. Good clean fun. Barely making a dent on Schlescher and Schumacher at the moment. Just firmly nailed to 26th, I think. Too far back to catch up in 16, 17 minutes, unfortunately. Although there's some cars coming out of the pits, so they'll be a bit closer. This will be interesting to turn one. I have to give them a wide berth or a narrow, tighter line. It's going to defend. I'm going to go onto the brakes. It's got cold tyres out of the pits, so that's fairly straightforward. 25th, not terrible. Not completely terrible. Oh, that's quite bad. Oh, there's a car. Well, there's a yellow. I wonder what that's for. Still 25th. Oh, look, Jan Lammers is ahead. He's having a poor race too. He finished second last time out, behind me. Someone going out of the pit lane? Yep. Danny Sullivan. Don't know why he's so far back. "15 minutes to go." Oh, gone to 19th. A surprise. Pleasant surprise. 19th is not completely terrible. Lights are working. Rear end's not sticking. And it's juniors in the middle of the pack as well. And Another point scorer from last time out. It's been a bit of a topsy-turvy race for some of the favourites. Cars can still come out of the pit lane. Must be that old AI pit stop strategy. If people are making late race third pit stops, it doesn't make a great deal of sense. Everyone was comfortably on a two-stop strategy. Is that Mario or Michael Andretti? That's pretty sure that's Michael Andretti ahead in the Haviland car. I think Mario's in the Miller Lite car. Dusk is descending over Sebring. That's 80. So we have a racy end to this race. Chance of making any more mistakes. Come to rear end anyone. Ten minutes to go, and it's all over. Oops, push the dirt. Into last corner, gathered it up. So he's on the rear, and the exit. Plenty of fuel to get to the end. Ooh, he's very slow in the middle of the corner. Got very quick on the exit. And losing the rear end again. Ooh, accidentally doing a dive bomb, didn't mean to do that. Right, control it, control it. Right, let's try again. Mounting another attack on Andretti. The epic battle for 17th place is on. Who's this behind me? Sullivan. turn right. Right, less heat from behind now. Let's try and catch Andretti again. Another lap in the books. Just over 5 minutes to go. Just trying to keep up with Andretti at the moment. Don't really have a chance of catching and passing him. But it's nice to be on the pace and try not to make any more mistakes. And not finish last. And finish, despite my mistakes. Didn't get my head down too much. Kept their chin up. That's all I can ask for. Five minutes to go. Gaggle ahead, see if we can catch and pass them. Be nice to make up a few more positions. Lammers, Olsen. Been near Olsen all race long, it feels like. Don't you rear end anyone. Don't lose the rear end. No, he was covering the inside. The tail now, right at the end of the race. Might make for an exciting finish if I don't throw it away. Whoops. close. Right, I've got to be very careful not to nudge his rear end and spin in the last corner like last time. I don't want to be too cautious and lose contact. Okay, so far so good. So about the exit. The exit is tricky. No, he's just better than me on traction. Might as well make the old dive bomb. Squeeze up the exit. Yes! Finally, an overtaking manoeuvre at the end of the race. 17th. Epic battle for 17th. Oh well. Still fun. Lammers and Olsen next in sight. Can't be too many more laps left. Probably one more lap at the end of this lap. Oh no, I've overcooked it. Oh, I was not concentrating. Again. Oh, I've got clobbered. Rejoining. Slumped at the end of the race. What a way to finish. How badly damaged is it? Well, I'm back where I started. Right at the back of the field. It's sort of an apt way to end it, really. I had to go for it. I had to make the most of the racing whilst it was good. Just got to hold on for one more lap. Who's leading this race, by the way? Sigala, Warwick. Oh, Palmer is up there. So the Sauber does have pace, interestingly, and Herbert in the Mazda. So quite a mixed bag of manufacturers in the points, which is good news. I think Sala might be Sala. Oh no, Sigala. Sala. I think Sigala's a Porsche driver. So there's at least. There's 3 manufacturers in the points this time. Oh, that makes working out the points tally later will be interesting. I won't be scoring any points for sure, but that's half. If it was point scoring every time, it would be boring. So it makes it more interesting, more a variety. And I'm about to finish this race. It was do or die at the end, and I died, so only got myself to blame. But it wasn't for any points. No points were lost. I finished the race. I could be proud of finishing the race. It was a good, hard 2 hours on the bumps of Sebring. I made mistakes. It was scrappy, but I didn't give up, so I'm happy about that. I'm happy I brought it home on the lead lap as well. I'm sure it didn't look like anyone got lapped either, which is pretty impressive. Let's see who's at the back. Am I the last? I had a few retirements, but I'm not quite last. I've got Kreutzpointner behind. Bad day for him. Oh, so that's how they finish. I come home a disappointing 25th. And yeah, we've got 3 Mazdas in the top 6, a Sauber and 2 Porsches. So yeah, really interesting result. And not a great race, but it was fun anyway. And if anyone was indeed watching, I am highly appreciative, and hope it was somewhat enjoyable. And yeah, as I said, join me next week at New Orleans in Louisiana. I'll probably drive, well, I don't know, I'll look at the layouts and see which one is most appropriate for endurance racing, do a few tests, make sure the AI can cope with it, and yeah, next Wednesday be back at NOLA for more, another 2-hour race, I imagine. Segala, Warwick, Palmer, Herbert, Tirada, Sala. Those are the 3 Mazdas in the field. Good race of them. Not a great day for Schlesser and Schumacher. I don't know if anyone in the points scored points last time out. It's another top 6 from memory. Just having a look. I think it was Unser Jr., Lammers, maybe, yeah, Hotchkiss. Everyone who's scored points at the Daytona has had a bad race to date, which is interesting. James Weaver was looking good early on. He's not finished. So yeah, that's it for now. I'm going to call it a night. And yeah, if anyone's interested, catch you next week. Thank you very much. And I'm out of here. Goodbye. See ya.